is about to do the one thing purists swore would never happen again. Not just another SUV, not another crossover with a fancy badge, but a machine that could completely rewrite Ferrari's future. The rumored 2027 Ferrari Dino 246 GT SUV sounds almost illegal to say out loud, because it combines one of the most legendary names in Ferrari history with the body style enthusiasts love to hate. And here's the crazy part. If the leaks are even remotely accurate, this might end up being the smartest Ferrari ever built. But there's one hidden detail about the engine setup that could either make this car an instant icon or trigger one of the biggest fan meltdowns the brand has ever seen. And we'll get to that near the end. Now, if the name Dino sounds familiar, that's because the original Dino 246 GT wasn't just another Ferrari. It was the Rebel Ferrari. Smaller, lighter, and powered by a V6 instead of the massive V12 monsters the company was famous for. Back in the late 60s, people criticized it for not being a real Ferrari. Fast forward a few decades, and now collectors treat it like automotive royalty. History has a funny way of repeating itself because the 2027 Dino SUV is already stirring up the exact same controversy before it even officially exists. What makes this even more interesting is Ferrari's timing. The Purosangue already proved the world will throw absurd amounts of money at a Ferrari SUV. Demand exploded instantly. Wealthy buyers who never cared about supercars suddenly wanted the practicality, the seating position, and the Ferrari badge in one package. But the Purosangue sits at the top of the food chain with its glorious V12 and six-figure price tag. The Dino SUV appears to be targeting something completely different. Younger buyers, tech-focused buyers, even Porsche Cayenne Turbo and Lamborghini Urus customers looking for something lighter, sharper, and potentially more affordable by Ferrari standards. And honestly, the rumored design sounds wild. Imagine a lower, sleeker SUV with proportions closer to a shooting brake than a bulky family hauler. Aggressive LED lighting, ultra-thin taillights stretching across the rear, huge air channels carved into the bodywork like something from a concept car. Ferrari reportedly wants this thing to feel compact and agile instead of oversized and intimidating. Basically, less luxury tank and more street-legal fighter jet. Inside is where things could get even crazier. Ferrari knows modern buyers expect technology everywhere, so expect massive digital displays, advanced driver systems, and an interior that feels more like a spaceship than a traditional sports car cabin. But unlike some luxury brands drowning their interiors in touchscreens, Ferrari supposedly wants to preserve that cockpit feeling. Everything centered around the driver, minimal distractions, maximum drama. And if you're enjoying this breakdown so far, hit subscribe and drop a like because the final detail about this SUV could completely divide the Ferrari world overnight. Now let's talk performance, because this is where the Dino SUV stops sounding like a compromise and starts sounding dangerous. Rumors suggest Ferrari is developing a hybrid twin-turbo V6 setup, pushing somewhere around 700 horsepower. Let that sink in for a second. A V6 SUV with supercar acceleration and Ferrari-level chassis tuning. 0 to 60 could land somewhere near 3 seconds flat. That's hypercar territory from not that long ago. And unlike the heavy brute force feel of some high-powered SUVs, Ferrari allegedly wants this thing to corner with the precision of a true sports car. Rear-wheel steering, advanced active suspension, and aggressive weight reduction could make it one of the sharpest performance SUVs ever created. But here's where the story takes a dramatic turn. Ferrari may be using this Dino SUV as the launch pad for something much bigger. A new generation of smaller hybrid Ferraris designed for a future where emissions laws are getting stricter every year. That means the Dino badge could eventually expand into multiple models, creating an entirely new Ferrari lineup beneath the flagship V12 cars. In other words, this SUV isn't just another vehicle. It could be the blueprint for Ferrari's survival in the next decade. And now for the detail that could change everything. Several insiders claim Ferrari is considering offering parts of the Dino SUV's powertrain with significant electric-only capability. Not just mild hybrid assistance, but genuine EV driving modes for city use. For some buyers, that sounds brilliant. Silent electric commuting during the week and full Ferrari madness on demand. But for hardcore enthusiasts, the idea of a Dino SUV gliding around silently might feel like sacrilege. Then again, people once said the original Dino wasn't a real Ferrari either. History proved them wrong. And if Ferrari somehow manages to build an SUV that captures even a fraction of the soul, beauty, and rebellious spirit of the original Dino 246 GT, this controversial machine might not just succeed, it might become one of the most important Ferraris ever made.